tell me this is not the perfect shirt to be wearing to do the December update to Panning Cats and Dogs. That's right. The last video you're going to get from me before Christmas. And if you do celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. If you do not celebrate Christmas, I am wishing everyone out there a very safe, happy, and healthy holiday time. But this is going to be the last one you see before Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So I thought now is the perfect time to get into the It's Panning Cats and Dogs Project Pan. And see, there's Lucy joining us. I think Emmy's over there somewhere too. I don't know which side she's on. There she is. Before I get started, there will be goofiness. Just the shenanigans will ensue. I am going to ask you to please do all of the things, and you know what those things are. Okay. My phone's going off. Let's talk about the project. This is a project that was created by the dynamic duo. That's right, Deb and Danny. And I always call them that. You know they're besties. I mean, if you've seen any of their videos, you know they're besties. And they are a riot. They are such fun ladies. So wonderful. This is the second project that you've seen me update this month, the second one that is currently going on that they have collaborated to create. And they've done that with the Fantastic Ladies group on Facebook. I have both of their channels. I have the group link down below. I got it all down there for you. Now, what they did was they decided this had to start on October 22nd of 2022 and will end October 22nd of 2023 because that is National Make a Dog's Day. Perfect day to start a pet project. Okay, we are using the hashtag PanningPetsPP. This is monthly updated on or very close to the 22nd in my case because I have two projects that fall on that date. And it is a roulette style project that we started with 6 prompts. They are really fun prompts and they did a really great job picking like breeds of animals and like the characteristics that are known for, you know, to be specific to those breeds. Wonderfully done. So very creative. I have in ID tags, and it's a product that starts with the first letter of your name. And for that, I had brought in the Sugar Drizzle Mint 2B palette because it starts with an S. And I am doing this No Pan Left Behind. Now, quite frankly, I don't remember if I was at the same spot last month because I didn't go back and watch my video and I don't remember. But what I have left is this one, and this one. Those are the 3 that I still have to use. And let's go ahead. Oh, I didn't grab a thingy. Crinkle time. I'm going to give sure I am. I am going to swatch those for you because I want to. Because it's fun for me. I'm making a mess. Not that that should shock anybody. Oh, I'll deal with it later. Okay. Let's get on to the fun stuff. Enough of this messing around with trying to be organized. So, this is pollinates. Look at that. Do you see that shine? We've got Buzzalots. And then we have got Humblebee. These are just gorgeous. So, so pretty. You see all of those? Oh, reflective and shiny and pretty. So much fun. There is only one matte in this palette, and that is something I did use. Good chance I'll use it again, too. But I really, really do like Sugar Drizzle's formula. I like this palette. Plastic, again. And I don't experience a lot of fallout with this. I mean, I think that their formula's good. I actually have less fallout with this than one of the other palettes that I have coming up, which you wouldn't expect. But this is going to stay in, and we will keep working on that. Then the next thing I have is St. Bernard, something that rescues your makeup look. So this could be a powder, a setting spray, a topper, anything like that. I went with the MAC Fix Plus, and I have that pretty packaging. And this is the reason that I did this in here specifically is because this is a recommendation from Deb. if you need something to melt your powder look and kind of make it all blend together, she said, this is the one. So I had an opportunity to get it on sale, got it, and I thought, well, okay, then we're going to put it in here. And I started here. Okay. And then I was here, and now I'm here. Sure I am. I'm right there. So not as much movement in this last month, but like I have been saying in every video, I ended up losing those couple of weeks where I just wasn't doing makeup. We went last month from 140.6 grams to 131.7. So it's not like I'm not using it, just not as much as I had before. And that is going to stay in until finish. And I'm finding that I do like it. I'm finding that it is nice. It does give that nice kind of melting property. That makes it sound weird. But like I had mentioned before, with this sprayer, I have to make sure my arm is far enough away, or else I kind of get a little too much in a too concentrated of an area. Now, my next one is Munchkin Cat. So they're childlike their whole lives. And this is something with childlike packaging. And so I went with the princess. I went with Cinderella. And this is the Sigma palette. Now, with this has that gorgeous insert too. See, sometimes I actually have a reason for keeping that stuff. Now, with this, I have gotten some usage, and I have still got, I've still got to use Fantasy, One of a Kind, and Charming. Got a bunch of shimmer shades. And then on the bottom row, I need to use everything except the shimmer shade on the bottom. And honestly, this is the one I was talking about. I'm not going to swatch everything, but as pretty as this is, when I applied it, I did have fallout from this, and that's my own fault. I mean, I know better, and I should know to go ahead and make sure that I'm either using a glitter glue or that I've sprayed the brush properly so that I don't have as much fallout. Operator error. I'll own that one all day long. So I do still have some more looks to go with that one. That's going to stay in the project because it's a no pan left behind. I don't even know if I'm saying that. I'm just telling you which ones I haven't used because they're no pan left behind. Yeah, you know what's going on up here, right? You guys, you're plugged into the crazy train. You know where I'm going. I don't expect anybody to understand what I'm thinking. Trust me. All right. My next prompt is Ragdoll. So they're known for their blue eyes. So this is a blue product, name, product, packaging, it's a blue item, rather. And for that, I went with the Lancome Bifacil. This is the waterproof eye makeup remover. And I had a piece of tape on it that came, because I ordered this one, so it came taped, so it stayed sealed. So you can see where my line markings are. Same situation where I used less in the last month than the previous, but I am still making progress. And now we're getting down to the part where the bottle narrows, so this will go a little bit more quickly. Last month we were at 134.7 grams. This month we're at 121.8. So not too bad. And then we have grooming, a product that you use in the bath or shower. Here's where I'm going to ask you to play along with me. I brought in the Tree Hut Sugar Lip. Sure I did. Sugar Lips Sugar Scrub in brown sugar. There's a lot of sugars in that. Tree Hut Sugar Lips in brown sugar lip scrub. Oh, I can't say it. You guys know exactly. You've heard me say it before and you've got the general idea. All right. My goal on this was to finish it, and it wasn't full when I started, but we went from 23.6 grams last month to 21.5 this month. Okay, and I have it really well sealed apparently. And honestly, that's all that's left, you guys. I mean, it's not very much. I'm thinking that there's maybe 3 uses in this. So what I'm going to do, since I really am very, very close to this, to the end of this, to finishing this, yeah, okay, put all the words in the sentence. It tends to make more sense for people. I'm going to count this as, I'm just going to finish this up, count it as a finished prompt, roll it out for now. You're going to see it in my empties for the month of December because I will have this finished in a couple of days. And I am trying to get all of my December products out as much as I can. when I'm this close, I am fudging a little. A lot of times it's like, okay, well, yeah, I'd leave it in and still bring in something else and just leave it and show you the empty package. You're going to see the empty package in the empties. So I'm going to go ahead and call that a done one. And then we have English Mastiff, something with extremely bulky packaging. And so I went with the ColourPop blush in Flirt Alert because it's just awkward and it's not puffy as in squeezable puffy like a puffer jacket, but it's like a puffed heart is how they made the packaging. Once again, is everybody following the route of the crazy train? Yeah. And I just saw Andrea Matalanado. I can't say her last name. I'm guessing you guys probably know from me stumbling over that who it is. And honestly, I'll try to remember to link her down below. And she just decluttered these because she said she couldn't open the packaging. Now, I've got packaging that you guys have seen before that I can't open. This one is nothing. Even on a bad hand day, I can get this one open. Works fine. This one works fine for me, but I know that other people have said that they had to file down the edge because some of these are very difficult to open. Mine's a good one. Now, I put this in for a 15 use goal, and I have gotten 7. So it's hard to see on my finger. You can kind of see it, and maybe it'll show up a little better on my hand. Okay. Oh, wow. Wow, bad swatch. Can you see it on my hand? It's hard. I can't tell. I can't tell if you can see it or not, but it is a very nice pink. It is not super deep or dark on me. It's a really good color for my incredibly pale skin. So I can actually just go ahead and put it on, and I don't have to worry about being light-handed or anything like that. I don't have to worry about, oh goodness, is it going to blend? This one is actually made for me. It's a great one. So I am very happy to still have some more uses left on that one. Then I have Pug. So I have an item with cute packaging. I don't have the box because I put it on the storage shelf while I'm using the palette, but I brought in the Nomad palette home for the holidays, which was from their Christmas collection last year, I think. Pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I had notes on it, and I did explain the whole history of it and how it came about, the charities that they work with, where they volunteer through the Dallas Humane Society, and that a lot of the names in this palette are named after the dogs that their employees walked as volunteers, because that's what they did for their volunteer stuff at the shelter, was dog walking, and that the proceeds went to more behavioral training for dogs that were harder to adopt due to some behavioral issues. So with Pug, I brought in, let's do it without blending you, this really pretty peach shade in Kaiser, which was one of the dogs they walked. And I don't have pictures of the dogs. They didn't have them anywhere that I could find. So you're just going to have to use your imagination, because I don't know what kind of dog it technically was. I just put it in Pug. I put this in for 11 uses, and I am very ashamed to say that I haven't had a chance to use it yet. But we're going to give you a swatch of it anyway, because it is a really pretty color. See that pretty peach? Isn't that lovely? Yeah, so you can tell more peach now compared to the more... This one has a pink-orange flip, and that one's a straight peach shimmer. Then I also had brought in Boxer. And that was because this is one of the items that I keep in the box because the box had the cutout. So it was something that is still in its box or packaging. Kind of couldn't go too far wrong there. And for that one, I brought in the shade called Family, and it's this yellow one over here. You see that? There we go. And this is really pretty. I have it for 11 uses. I've only used it once, but I was really happy because yellow's not really my color. I can pull off golds and some things like that, but yellow I got to be careful with, and it's yellow. I mean, there's no denying that is yellow, and it is not one of those sit in the back and be shy type of shades. It's got some good color to it. So I am very pleased because I put it in for 11 uses. So I'm kind of hoping that I like the shades in here since, you know, normally I do 5. And with this one, I did 11. Now, we discussed the fact that I'm going to roll out, or I'm going to count that sugar scrub as a finished product. So I could then roll in another item. But me being me. So if you watched yesterday's video, you knew I had a bajillion different items and I wasn't making progress. And so I didn't roll anything in, where normally I roll stuff in whether or not I need to. This time I'm doing it backwards. I don't necessarily need to roll something in, but I'm going to for the one that we're going to count as an empty because you guys are going to let me, fudge that just a little bit. And I'm going to bring in this absolutely gorgeous pink shade okay, let's hold on to the palette, that is here in the middle row, or top row in the middle. Yeah. Okay. That is called Shadow. It's Shadoah. Shadow. Yeah, it's Shadow. I'm pretty sure. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it correctly. And this is okay, it's looking a little bit more of a pastel pink, but this is a bright pink. Can we get bright? Okay. Yeah, see, you're seeing a little bit of the depth in that. This is an all shimmer palette, and these really are beautiful. I think that Nomad did a really good job on this. So that's coming in for 11 uses. Are you sensing a theme? Mm-hmm. And because I want to break the rules, because I do it all the time, I'm actually going to bring in another one too. I'm going to bring in Siamese. They're known for their loud purrs. And a lot of times we've had one in the family that was this little tiny thing. She weighed 6 pounds and had a purr that sounded like a freaking motorboat. Cranky old lady cat. She was awesome. She was just awesome. So I actually can completely agree with that loudest purrs thing. What they suggested is a product that makes you purr with delight. Well, guess what they have in here? Do you see anything that looks like it would be maybe just exactly something that I put in all the time? Yeah, like maybe a gorgeous purple shimmer? No, I wouldn't ever put one of those in a project. All right, that is simply named Jack. So I'm going to assume that is another one of the dogs that they walked. Wow, I'm getting eyeshadow everywhere. So this is another one of my beautiful purple shimmers that I just love, and that's what it looks like. So let's see now. I know the first 3. Oh, okay. These are ones that I still have to use. That's the blush I'm using. These are all shades I'm using. This is the only one that I have already used of what I've got on my hand. And that's because that was the only one that was completed in that row. So taking out Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo, that is the rest of the color story I've got going on. And we are doing 11 uses on Jack. Also, so we're getting there. My goal, I already said my goal was to use this whole thing, that I had it in my collection, hadn't really used it. So I want to show this one some love, and this is the perfect place to do it, because then I get to talk about the fact that they did partner with an animal charity and that proceeds went to that, and that for me is a big thing. We will in future talk about some of my pets. I mean, you already know some of my pets. They're in every video with me. But we will be talking about some of the others that I have and have had. And then I will be bringing in items for those as well, because that is one of the prompts that the ladies created with this project. And the other one is something I'm actually going to work towards tomorrow, because I have to go get dog food. I am doing the Humane Society auto donation every month, but if I haven't been in PetSmart and I don't know how long, because I have to get meds for the dogs, and that's delivered by Chewy. So sometimes I have the food sent because then I don't have to lift it. but I didn't get it ordered this time, so I have to go out and buy dog food. Yeah, they want to eat too, and I probably shouldn't be feeding them people food. So I am going to go see what kind of donations they're doing, if they still have any of the Lucky and Chance stuffed animals that they do, because you can buy one of those to donate. And then the Lucky and Chance, I know that part of the money from that's based on a charity, and I don't have a tag for one of them. I get them for the girls every year to play with. So I don't have a tag handy from one of them because I haven't gotten them this time. But the stuffed animals get donated to children, but I'm pretty sure that part of the money also goes to a charity. And I will try and remember to save the tag so that I can actually tell you next time and tell you which ones I got, because they do different characters. Lucky and Chance are always there every year, but they've done, I don't remember the other names anymore. They do at least 4 generally every year. I think a few years ago, when they first couple years they were doing this, there were 3. But it's usually 4, and sometimes I want to say they even did 5 one year. I'm not 100% positive on that either. So I might have to spoil the girls and pick up a new stuffy for them too, because they like to carry them around. And for some reason, all right, we're crazy training anyway, so I might as well just go ahead and give you story time. For some reason, every stuffed animal that the girls get is Charlie. And when Lucy was younger, the girls are the same age, they're from the same litter, they're 14 and a half years old. I got them from St. Francis Animal Rescue through a PetSmart adoption event. And I got them when they were I can't remember if they were 10 or 12 weeks old. I'd have to look at the paperwork again. So I have had them most of their lives. And they do the beagle baying type of bark. Somehow we managed to train Lucy that when one of us would come home and she'd get excited and start barking, that she'd go pick up one of her stuffies and it would go get a Charlie, go get a Charlie. And so she actually will run around. We have some that are longer than she is, that she will actually drag around, and she will bark through them while she's got them in her mouth. Emmy likes to unstuff them. So I try and get them new ones to replace so that there's always a Charlie run, and I think that's why they're all called Charlie. I'm not even sure. I have no idea why Charlie either. I don't know what on earth that came from, but it was something I did. So, all right, so from me, the girls, and their Charlies, that is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for spending your time with me. And once again, may you all be safe, healthy, and happy. Until next time, everybody, see ya. Bye.